today is very exciting for me. Traditionally, I've always had to set this thing up manually. I had to sit there for 20 minutes, a half an hour to get this thing to zero. So, what I've got is I've got a little 5-volt power supply here that I built with a 9-volt battery, and we've got it connected up to a LED. And this is just to show you that when this thing gets a ground, it turns on, and when it doesn't have a ground, it turns off. So that would be like our input. Here it detects something, here it doesn't detect it. And so what I've got is I've got this sensor, and this sensor runs on 7 to 30 volts or 6 to 30 volts, something like that. So I've got a 9-volt battery plugged in there, and you can see that it's got power. And what happens is when I bring a magnet near it, if the polarity is right, you'll see it detects the magnet, and it's very repeatable. So if I attach this to my machine and I attach this to the machine, when it comes in, I should be able to detect. So I'm going to hook the sensor up to our simulated computer port, and remember, anytime this thing gets a ground, it's going to turn on. So right now it's not detecting. And then when we take this sensor and we come in, you see how it detected? We'll go out to the shop, hook it up, and hope for the best. Now what I've done is I've installed the sensors here, here, and down in here. So in theory, I turn the power on, turn the axes on, and start the program, and it should have the capability of coming back to the same location. So we're going to test that theory. I'm going to come in and turn this on, and I'm going to start setting these axes. So the first one we'll do is the x-axis. And you see it has now set itself to that point. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the y-axis. I'm going to move this out of the way like this. You see it comes forward to the magnet, goes away until it just turns off, and then it knows exactly where it has to go. Okay? Now the last one is the z-axis, the up and down. And this one's critical because if it's not set right, you could crash it into the machine and you could cause problems. It will find its way back exactly the same spot. And boom, it's exactly where it was. Now the other nice thing about this is I can tell it go home, and this machine will remember where I had it set last, which was right here. This will give you an idea of what kind of accuracy I've gotten from the machine now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it to move 5 inches to the right, and now I'm going to tell it to move back to the 0 position. You can see it's exactly where it's supposed to be. Now we'll try it in 2 different axes. So we'll go 5 inches over, and we'll go 5 inches down. And now I'm going to tell it to go back to the home position. And you can see that's pretty accurate. But now I'm going to show you just how accurate it is. Each one of these marks is 1/10 of an inch. Okay, you can see my hand in there for reference. We're going to go 10 times closer. So then what I can do is bring this in, and this is a gauge, and set it up like this very accurately. So now I've got it set right on the 0 mark. Every single mark on there is 1/1000th of an inch. So if I take a piece of paper and I put a piece of paper in there like that, that's 3/1000ths of an inch. And I'll zoom the camera in here and show you just how accurate this is. But really excited about this. This is going to make my setups a lot easier. Got my camera set up here, and then below it I've got a gauge so that we can measure how close we are getting, and this will hit up against this. So if I tell it to move away, it'll push on there, and we'll be able to measure it. Okay, what I've got is I've got a dial indicator, and it's touching this metal plate. So as this thing moves in and out, this thing's going to swing around, and it's going to tell me how far off it is. And I can adjust it with this little knob to get it dead on. To give you an idea how sensitive it is, just a piece of paper is 5 or 6 thousandths of an inch. That's how accurate this thing can be. So now let's move this 4 inches away. And the trick is, how close can I get it back to that 0 point? And that is less than a 10,000th of an inch. Let's move it again. That's accuracy, folks.